I call order. I'm going to call Dr. Jiang Yang.
Mr. Speaker, I want to continue with the excellent speeches of my national colleagues to say how proud I am to be part of this strong national government, which has been and continues to work hard for New Zealanders. Despite continuing global uncertainties, our government has a strong economic plan to encourage investment, strengthen our economy and boost jobs. We are pressing ahead with a wide range of measures to build a more competitive and productive economy, with growth built on the solid foundations of investment, export and savings. Mr. Speaker, we remain committed to job creation, and national government's track record of creating jobs remains strong. There are many examples. Among them, and so strongly opposed by the opposition, is the International Convention Centre, which is projected to generate hundreds of jobs during its construction and afterwards to run the centre. This will encourage more overseas business, particularly from Australia and China, to hold conferences in New Zealand, which will generate a tremendous economic benefit to our country. And just last month, Mr. Speaker, China's biggest dairy company, Yili Industrial Group, announced plans to spend $214 million building an infant formula plant in South Canterbury. Yili's investment would create about 80 new jobs in New Zealand. Mr. Speaker, unlike opposition parties, we at National encourage these types of investments because, Mr. Speaker, without more investment, we cannot have the jobs and economic growth that our hardworking families and communities need and deserve. Likewise, we are boosting skills with schemes such as the Trades and Services Academies and Youth Guarantee Places. In particular, the New Zealand Apprenticeship Scheme will ensure that our workforce remains competitive. Mr. Speaker, we have been increasing our exports. One of our focuses this year is Asia because there are huge opportunities for New Zealand businesses. For example, since 2008, our exports to China have trebled. These include dairy products, meat and wool, but increasingly non-agricultural areas such as technology and machinery. Our services exports, such as education and tourism, have also risen. Tourism New Zealand has reported major increases in interest in New Zealand as a premier travel destination as a direct result of exposure from the Hobbit. Labour and Greens had opposed law changes to allow the movies to be produced here.
That's right.
Mr. Speaker, in the next 5 years, developing countries in Asia, such as China, India, and ASEAN countries, will increase their share of world GDP by nearly 20%. We therefore need to seize this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, 2012 was the 40th anniversary of diplomatic relations between New Zealand and China. This important anniversary was celebrated by the Chinese community all over New Zealand. I was privileged to have been able to attend many of these events. It will culminate with the Prime Minister's visit to China in April. Given the fact that China is our second largest trading partner, it makes sense for us to continue to build on this valuable relationship. Mr. Speaker, the opposition says no to investment, jobs and growth, whereas a national-led government remains committed to encouraging investment, strengthening our economy and boosting jobs for New Zealanders. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I call Eugenia Sage.
Mr. Speaker, the government is claiming that we